I am so excited to be able to share this video with you. I got a chance to talk with Exile. His real name is Mark, and he is a Steemit user that's doing very well. He produces content 7 days a week. He has done a lot, reaching many people, and we go into topics like the new SMT, what that is and why he's excited about it. We talk about how to connect with the community, and very important, I don't care where you are in Steemit, we're going to be able to use this when we talk about the grind. How do you get that content out there every day and make sure that it's something that people like? Get your pencil and paper ready to go, or your note-taking device of choice, and watch this video as I talk with Exile, also known as Mark. Steemit is a wonderful platform for sharing content and information. It gives you a chance to reach the world and then get paid for it, which is wonderful. And there's ways to do it and ways not to do it. And I found someone who is doing an exceptionally good job working with us, and his name is Mark. He's joining us now from his home there in the Netherlands near Rotterdam. Mark, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
And you go by the name Exile, of course, on Steemit, and you do a marvelous job. I love the programs that you've been putting out, the screen sharing that you do with us, and the way you just kind of express your feelings. How long have you been working with Steemit in producing videos?
Producing videos. I think I started producing videos about 4 or 5 months ago, but I've been a member of the Steemit platform since July 2016.
Excellent. Well, it's been doing very well for you, and you've really established a place. What do you tell us from a big picture point of view, what you think of Steemit and the benefits that you see of using this platform?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Well, obviously, people that use social media today, they provide content for free to these companies called Facebook or Instagram. And these companies didn't want to make a profit. So, I think I'm a bit more nervous than I initially thought it would be, but
oh, that's okay. You're doing just fine. It's all right.
All right, sorry. I'll get into it while we move forward. But my point is that your content has value for these companies, and you give it to them for free. But on Steemit, you get paid for providing this content because Steemit recognizes that your content has value and is willing to pay you for it if the community thinks it's valuable. And yeah, the way that works is magical. And since I joined in July 2016, I've been writing consistently for it. And I think we're now 15 months later. It's doing quite well for me. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, before we were recording, you were mentioning something in conversation I thought was really, really good. For those that are getting started with Steemit, sometimes they get started, they do a little bit, and then they don't get the results. And you talked about something you call the grind. It's real important. Tell us a little bit about the grind and how that applies to people that are just getting started, as well as people that have been working with Steemit for a while.
Okay, the grind is what I call the process of getting known on Steemit or any other platform, but in this case, Steemit. When you start writing on Steemit and you're not known outside of the internet, then the chance that you will get recognized straight away is really, really slim. But if you make content that you enjoy creating and do it consistently, then you will realize slowly that you will get a little bit more followers and you get a little bit more upvotes. And this is how you build your own brand on Steemit. And this is a process that takes a long, long time, and it's called the grind. And back then, when I started, it was 2016, there weren't that many members on Steemit. It was a lot smaller back then. So today, with a lot more people competing over rewards on Steemit, it's even a bigger process. But man.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. I have to agree with you because you think about it, there's 100 bazillion people right now. I think that's the accurate number, 100 bazillion that are out there that are all saying, hey, please like me, please help me. And there is that grind. I think your way of putting that is really important. It's like you've got to continue to do it regularly. What would you say to that person who's watching this, who's going, I've been trying it, I'm not getting any results? What would you say to that person who's about ready to give up and they're going to scale back and cut back on their postings?
To give an example, I have introduced a lot of people to Steemit, and they start posting on Steemit, and they enjoy it. It's an interesting experience, and they post once or twice a day, and they do it for about a week, and then they realize that they're not getting the reward as the top trending people, and it feels like, why are they getting it? Why am I not getting it? And then you see that they slowly slow down. Then they post once a week, once a month, and then they slowly disappear. And I think this is a big mistake. You have to realize that there are a lot of people on Steemit right now trying to, well, not fight, but they are trying to earn the money from the reward pool that is given out every day. And let's say you're somebody like Jerry Benfield. He has been through the grind. I said this before we started recording. Jerry Benfield was on YouTube producing his content long before Steemit existed. And when he came to Steemit, he brought all his followers with him and all the effort he already put in getting his name out there. And what you see is that Jerry Benfield, when he comes to Steemit, is instantly successful because he went through the grind before. But if you're an unknown blogger, and you want to make a name for yourself on Steemit, then you have to go through the grind. And the grind is just consistently posting, whether you get rewards or not. And my top tip is make sure that whatever you post, that you enjoy it, because otherwise you can't keep it up. And if you keep doing that day after day, non-stop, every day, I do it 7 days a week, you will get there. That's what I believe.
That's really important.
So you get your following, you will get a little bit more reward, and you get that that satisfaction that you want. Everybody wants their post to do well. That is one of the things that's fun on Steemit, but it's not easy. You have to work hard for it. It's not for free. No.
Yeah, I like that. I wish in video, if we could underline and highlight and boldface and circle words, I would do that. And those of you that are watching this, think about what Mark just told us. It's not easy. It's something that's going to be hard. You've got to do it, and it is a grind. So that's the way it is. That's okay. And that means, okay, you've got to come up with ideas. You've got to come up with value. You can't just go, hi, here's my post for today. Okay, it's no good, blah, blah, blah. But it's got to be something that people go, whoa, look at this. She's got a new post out. I want to see it, or what's he saying today? And I think that's important because Mark, your background and your undergrad or your training in school is in communication, so that helps you to kind of learn some things on that. What kind of tricks or what kind of advice would you give to someone who's saying, okay, I'm staring at the screen, I got to figure out what to say today, I don't know what to say? How could they come up with some ideas and some way to nurture and entice some of those ideas so they can come up with today's post?
Are you talking about vlogging or?
Yeah, for blogging and for producing the videos on Steemit. And how do they come up with the ideas? What would be a good way to trigger some of that?
Well, it depends, of course, what your subject is or what the point is of your blog. Me personally, I have a life blog. I write about my life. I write about my family. But I also enjoy talking about crypto. And I love grilling. If you go to my blog, I've got a green egg. I love grilling, and I post about it. And that is my main thing. And when I have to think about what to write today, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy, but it usually comes to me just through living life. So this morning, for instance, I went to my friend, S3RG3, who was also on Steemit. And we talk about Steam, and he's very enthusiastic about the platform. So we share ideas. And from that, I get inspiration. And then I try to figure out where this platform is going. Because I'm not only am I a blogger or a vlogger, I'm also an investor in the platform. I've invested quite a bit of money in the platform. So I'm also always trying to figure out, where's this platform going? Is it growing? it interests me, and this is how I got my subject for today, where I talk about the future of the Steemit platform and where I think it will go. For other people, it depends what your subject is. So it's hard for me to give an answer. I can mostly say it for my own blog, for my own blogs and vlogs that I make, where I get my inspiration from. One tip I have, and that is something everybody should remember, is you will never know who you're gonna touch on Steemit with whatever you have to say. I have made blog posts of which I thought, I'm not sure if this will do well. This is sometimes this mindset you need to get out of your head straight away. Will this blog post do well? Because you never know who you're gonna touch with your story. And it has surprised me tremendously that sometimes when I've made a blog post, for instance, I think it was about my dad. He was cured of cancer after an operation, and like, does this fit in to my blog? And I posted it, and I think it was really appreciated. So you just don't know. Try anything what you enjoy and just put it out there, but you do have to put some effort into it. You can see sometimes when you go to the new page, you see every 5 seconds there's a blog post. Some of them are, they're just really, really, really bad. Like they put 1 minute into it, just one line of text, and it doesn't even match. And then that doesn't work. But if you just put some love and care into your post and you blog about what you enjoy, and don't think about whether it will do well, just think about, did I enjoy creating it? And you have a good chance that it will be successful. And of course, you have to do this every day.
Yep. I like the way you say that. It's consistent and you come from the heart. You're talking about what you're doing. And those of you watching this, think about what Mark has just said. It gives you the ability to create, be able to put information out there, but think about your life. And I love what you said about talking with friends. Sometimes you get an idea when you're talking with others that you can say, oh, that's a good idea. I will share that. I think a big part of Steemit is the community. And it's not just producing content in an island, but you're working with others. You're helping others. You're getting ideas from others and talking about them. What part has the community of Steemit played in your development of the content that you put out, in the videos you're producing, the blogging and all that? How does the community of Steemit relate to what you do in your output?
I started in July 2016. I went to Steamfest in November 2016, and that for me was the true eye-opener.
Yeah, I was there also. It was a great time. Wish I would have known you then.
Yeah.
In Amsterdam.
And there were a lot of people there that I know now but didn't know back then. I was Minnow back then, so fairly unknown on the platform. So I went there quite anonymously, and I remember very well that before I went there, I wasn't quite sure what this platform was, what kind of people were there. And then I went to Steamfest, and it changed everything. I guess there is nothing that can beat real human interaction when it comes to communities. And to see all those people there, and they were all so nice and kind. And for me, that was the part where I thought, wow, this is quite a special community we have together. And they were all different. They were like anarchists there, but also businessmen, just people, normal people like me. And I met my good friend Ezzy there. Ezzy is a friend, is a person I've met on Steamfest, and he's become a true friend. And I went to visit him in London a couple of months ago, and we talk almost every day about Steemit and life in general and how he's doing. And I'm very grateful for that aspect of the community. How it ties into my stories, my stories are quite personal, I guess. Sometimes I write about really personal stuff, and the comments I get from the community, they really help, and it makes everything, makes it more real. The comments really just make it all come alive, and I can just see them as real people now, because I know that because of Steamfest that, they actually are real. I know in my mind there are real people there.
Yeah, they're real people. They're not just on the screen.
But sometimes you see just avatars, and you know, on previous media, you just see the avatar. You never see the person behind the avatar, and you talk with them, but they are not real people. They're just avatars. But now I know that everybody I talk to on Steemit has a story and is a real person, and it makes it way more special.
Yep, exactly. That's really important. And for those of you watching this and you're wondering, okay, how do I succeed? How do I get ahead with Steemit? It's get into the community, get to know people, be real, think about what you're doing and moving forward. This is really important. Well, Mark, before we let you go, I want to ask your opinion on some of the SMTs. It's a new concept that's out there. You've had some ideas. You're doing something with that right now, or looking at that and building with it. Tell us what you see, and first of all, what it is, and then also what you see are opportunities with the SMTs as we move forward with Steemit.
All right. SMTs is something I'm trying to wrap my head around every day. It's a new concept released by Ned, the creator of Steemit, about 21 days ago. And you need to know quite a bit about the platform to truly understand it. But so I'd like to go back a little bit and just correct a mistake that a lot of people are making, and that is they think that the Steem blockchain and Steemit.com are the same thing, but that is not the case. They are completely different, and you need to separate those two in your mind. So the Steem blockchain is where all the data is, all the posts, all the upvotes, all the user accounts. That's it. That's all stored into the blockchain. Then you have Steemit.com, which is a website, and it just represents the data that is stored in the blockchain in a nice graphical way, as we know with all the blockchains neatly put under each other. You know where I'm going?
Yes.
So this is one point. And then you have another front end, Buzzy.org, that people have been using a lot lately because Steemit.com has a little bit of trouble now and again with upvotes and posting.
Yes.
And that is just a front end of that same data that is stored in the blockchain. So it's completely separate. So if Steemit.com is down, you can still use busy.org.
Yes, that's busy.org, busy.org. Really important place. Thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah, to tap into the same blockchain. But all these platforms, they use Steem or the Steem token as a representation of voting power or value. So whether you are trending on Steemit.com or busy.org, it doesn't matter. It's the same data. So you will see, even though the platforms look completely different, that the same people that are trending on both these busy.org and Steemit.com. But with SMTs, something special will be created, because next to the Steem tokens, you can create different tokens. And I think there was an app, I think it's called Epics. It's just been released. Well, it's announced, sorry, not released, announced. And they will use one of those Nearly tokens that will be on the Steem blockchain. And the cool thing is, for me, that when people use the Epics app, they will earn Epics tokens and not Steem tokens. But that means that new people will be trending. New people have a chance to get new followers, get known on the Epics platform, while everything is using the Steem blockchain to make it all work together. For me, it's a game changer, and I follow this with tremendous interest as an investor, but also as a user, because I think it's magical, and I think it has the potential to change the whole internet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's profound. So it's something, those of you that are going, what in the world is this? Well, study it. Get to know this. The SMTs is just getting started right now. We don't even know where it's going to go, but it does look really big, and there's a lot there. Well,
that's
Mark,
the whole point with, when it comes to investing, it's you invest in something that has potential, right? You don't invest in something that's already completely done and running, and then you'll know that you will pay a high price. So yeah, it is a gamble, but I think it will be successful. I have a good feeling about it. That's because at the start you said this interview could be for investors, but also for bloggers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's real important. So those of you that are watching this, think about what Mark has said. Here's a person who's successful, who's dealing with the nitty gritty of how to do it, the grind, putting that out there, looking at SMTs, seeing what's there. Mark, before we let you go, tell us a couple of things. First of all, how someone can get in touch with you. Your Exile on Steemit. Tell us about that and spell that out clearly for those that might not have English as their native language. And then also any final words of advice or comments that you have to those that are watching. The floor is yours.
All right. Well, my handle on Steemit, my username is Exyle. It's EXYLE. And you can contact. Oh, the thing is, on Steemit, it's really hard to direct message somebody because it's not possible yet. I hope it's coming, but it's not possible. You can always leave a comment on any of my posts if you want to get in touch with me. You found me in Steemit chat. That's where I usually hang out, and you can just send me a message there, and I'll get back to you. To anybody that wants to ask me something, I would say, please don't start a conversation with hi and just leave it hanging. Just say, hi, how are you doing? And instantly put your question there so I can answer it. Because sometimes it's really difficult when I go to Steemit chat, I have 10 messages and they all say hi. And then you have to say hi to all of them back before you can get to wherever you want to get to.
That's right.
And then, so please just say, hi, how are you doing? And then just ask your question. That would help me out a lot.
Yeah. In other words, be real, be human, not just hi or, hey, I follow you, please follow me. And that I've seen people, they leave, that's the extent you go, well, I don't know you. Why should I follow you? Why should I upvote you? I don't know anything about you. Get to know people, get to know them as a human being.
I'm pretty approachable. So you can always ask me something for advice. I've been approached already by, and I don't only invest in Steemit, I invest in many different cryptocurrencies, and I've been approached by some online just to on Steemit chat to give some advice about investment and that sort of stuff. And that's what I like. If you're going to approach me to look at your blog, just put a link in the blog and I'll take a look. And yeah, well, you get begging for upvotes, and that is it's not my thing. It's not my thing. I look at everything I upvote, and I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, that's true. And those of you watching this, think about it. The reality is there's a lot of people out there that are saying, hi, I'm wonderful. And with Steemit, you can't upvote everyone. You only have a limited supply. Whoever you are, you only have a limited amount. So you can't keep upvoting everyone. What you've got to do is you build community, and then you hang in there, as Mark says, in the grind. Keep doing it with quality. You don't just put anything out there. You put just junk out there, then people are going to go, I don't want that. I'm not going to pay attention. But if you put out some quality, talk about yourself, talk about what's going on in your life that would be of interest to others. Think about how you can help them and how you make their life better. Give solid information. That's what's going to happen. That's what Mark is doing, and that's what others that are successful are doing.
What I like on Steemit is, well, there are a ton of different people on Steemit, and not everybody is as open as I am, but I do like live bloggers. I like people, people like Meesterboom, if I'm saying this correctly, and people that are just open about their life, share it, and you get to know them, and you build this connection with said persons. And for me, that's what I like. But you also have really close persons, like another successful blogger. I think he's called King's Crown, and he blogs only about crypto. But I have no idea who he is, what he looks like, what he does for a living, and but that's his thing. So you don't have to be open to be successful. You just have to find your niche, and then just go for it. And well, obviously you need to enjoy what you create, but.
That's tweetable, by the way. Find your niche and then go for it. I think that's real important. Find out what it is right for you. And you get there by experimentation. You try this, you try that, and a lot of things are going to fail. That's good.
Oh, yeah, I tried.
When they fail, hey, that's okay. We learned. It's good feedback, good information. Then you adjust and go, okay, that one didn't work too well. Let's see. Got to try this one here. We'll try that. And when you find something that works and gets some traction, oh, okay, let's try that again. See what happens.
Yeah. But it helps if you enjoy it. I tried, you have no idea how many things I tried at the start. I made memes. I even tried to write a book. I made tutorials. I made Portuguese lessons. I tried so many
things. Do you speak Portuguese?
Moderately.
Yeah. Moderately. That'll help in Lisbon.
Yeah, it will help a lot. And my girlfriend is Bianca. She's BKD on Steemit, and she's Brazilian, so she speaks Portuguese. And when I went there on holiday to visit the family, they don't speak English, so I had to learn Portuguese. So I went for lessons, 30 lessons to learn Portuguese, and I can make myself heard, but I'm not fluent. But it works.
Oh, that's good. But you know, learning a language like you're learning Portuguese is very similar to what we're doing with Steemit. You learn, you stumble, you make mistakes. Hey, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
The learning curve is nothing like, I mean, take an app like Instagram, for instance. You just grab your phone, you make a photo, put a text, and that's it, right? And you select your followers, your friends usually, and well, that's it. That's the experience. On Steemit, I've many times compared Steemit to a game, like a big game. You just are released on this platform, you make your username, and then what now what? What do I do? You know, you read some stories, you make some comments. There is no manual for success or what you must do. It's purely experimentation. It's a lot of fun if you're into that. And then you just make your first blog, and man, when you make that first blog that makes a little bit of like 10 cents or 15 cents, it's like, wow. And then you slowly get drawn into it, and maybe you want a little bit more, or you want some more followers, and you get to know people. My friend Echo, for instance, when he just joined not that long ago, he couldn't find his niche. He was just like me, searching for it. And now he found his niche. He's in the pixel art community, and he's in the arts community and the graphical community, and he's making logos now for Steam dollars. So this is also something that's super cool. By the way, it's not only possible to earn money with blogging. You can also earn Steam dollars by making a logo, for instance, for somebody. So you can. I've done the same. I've asked somebody to make a logo for me, and I paid him 250 Steam dollars, and that guy produced an amazing logo for me, and that's businesses on the blockchain. So it's another way to earn cryptocurrencies through Steemit. It's not just blogging. So that's so cool.
Very good point.
I realized that not everybody is a blogger, not everybody is a vlogger, but there's a lot of people out there with skills that they are looking to monetize. And there are a lot of graphical guys or website builders that have amazing skill, but can't find a place to find clients. And Steam Blockchain is a possibility. I found my my logo designer there, and it's coming. I think it's all coming. I think this whole platform will not just be about blogging. I think it will be a lot bigger in the future. And to be here from the start, it's just an amazing journey.
Yes, absolutely. Those of you that are watching this, make a note of that. Really important. Often we talk about creating your content and blogging, doing videos, your pictures, etc. Yes, that's good. But also there's gigs that you can do, the Steam gigs, and being able to work with that. What Mark is saying really is important. You might say, well, I'm not good at that. Well, you can be good at something else and help others, and they pay you in Steam dollars. Really important.
Yes, it's amazing. And I think this will just only grow if when the community grows, not if, it will grow. I'm convinced of it. You will see more and more of these endeavors, and because it's a blockchain, right? The data is stored in the blockchain, and you have all these different front ends I was talking about. You can just imagine that around this blockchain will be so many different front ends used for different purposes. Like maybe we'll get a separate Steam gig website where you just find all the gigs, and you don't even have to blog. You just go there and you select the gig you want to do, and you make a deal with whoever wants something done. And things like this are coming. That's how I see it. And for me, it's always fun to think about it. I think way further than Steemit.com. I think there's a ton of opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this has been marvelous. Mark, we really appreciate you taking time to share these ideas, really good information. And those of you that are watching this is one you might want to go back over again. Seldom does one exposure to new information really help you to remember it. This is one where you might want to go back and say, okay, I watched it one time. Let me go back now and take some notes. Let me listen to what Mark had to say and really concentrate on those kinds of information that are going to be very helpful to you. And what will help you? Making money through writing, grinding it out, staying with that, and looking at other potential too, like designing logos, designing work for someone else. All of that is available. Mark, we really appreciate you being here today.
Okay, I have one more thing.
Sure, please.
If I can, just one more thing.
Please.
If you are a programmer and you're interested in the Steam blockchain, you can monetize it in an amazing way. So you have this eSteam app. I'm not sure if you've used it, but it's an app that you can use to access the Steam blockchain on your mobile phone. And you can monetize the Steam blockchain by saying, yes, you can use my app, but from every post that you make, let's say you make $10 on your post, then 2% or 5% goes to the creator of the app. And this whole idea is, for me, is mind-blowing because the app is for free. You can make money by posting your content. And from that money that you earn, a little bit goes to the designer of the app. So even for programmers, there is a tremendous opportunity here for the Steam blockchain to monetize it. And there are so many ideas out there. Time is too short. I'm finally getting more comfortable. I can feel it. I can feel my enthusiasm growing just by talking about it. This happens all the time. And the opportunities are endless. And for anybody that's watching that feels like, just explore the opportunities. Don't stick to Steemit.com and blogging if you have other skills. There are opportunities here, and look for them and do the research. That's what
I think you're right. What they've done, Ned and Dan, who created Steemit and wrote the code for it, got it started a little over a year ago now. They created an environment that said, hey, here's a way that you can make money. Here's a way that you can get in here, work, you can play, you get to know people, creates a community, and it starts growing. And there's, ways you can get paid for what you create in blogging, but there's many others as well. And think about that. Those of you that are developers going, I wonder what I can do. Find the opportunities. Look at what people are asking for and get involved and just come on in. The water's fine.
Exactly. And everybody wins. This is the one thing that's also amazing is if you have Steam tokens in your possession and you have all these people building on the Steam blockchain and making it better, getting more users in, getting apps developed, just the value of the blockchain goes up. And with the value of the blockchain going up, the Steam token value will go up. And everybody who has it, earn through blogging or any other way, will benefit from it. So it's another thing that is amazing and that I love about this place.
Yeah, I like it. And I think as we look at this versus other cryptocurrencies and other options that are available, Steemit stands out in a unique way. Here's a tool that gives you the ability to, publish and get paid for it. It's well known for that, but also other opportunities in the community that's there, even more intimate than what you would see in many other areas like Facebook, LinkedIn, etc., because you're dealing with people on a regular basis, all helping each other in some specific ways. So this is a wonderful community. You want to get in there, and it's worth grinding it out. It's worth doing that and paying the price to make it happen.
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot of fun. And,
it certainly is.
The whole journey is fantastic.
Yeah. Well, Mark, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate this. And those of you that are watching this, we really would like you to, like this. We want you to go in there and, re-steam it, be able to do that. But go over and visit Mark. Get to know him. Look at his material. Upvote his material. That's a way you can definitely say, hey, I really like this and I want to make something that's positive. Not just a, hi, how are you? But, hey, I like what you're doing. You like his posts. You'll see what's there. And upvote that. Re-steam the work that he is doing. You'll find that it's very, very beneficial. Mark, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you being here. Good to have you on board.
All right. Bye-bye.
And for those of you that are watching this, I want you to take action. Get in there and start working with Steemit in a whole new way. Let your creative imagination move. Let it get out there and look at what is available. I'm Terry Brock with terrybrock.com and here on Steemit at Terry Brock. Thanks for joining us today. Look forward to hearing from you.